Hi, this is Steve from So Music, and today I just want to have a bit of a chat to you about tremolo systems on electric guitars. There seems to be a little bit of confusion about what's best to use and for what situation, so hopefully I'll try and clear a little bit of that confusion up for you. The first one we're going to look at today is what we call a double locking tremolo system. Now, the idea of a double locking tremolo system is your strings are clamped into the bridge at this end, so I'll just show you that. And then if we move down the neck, you'll see up by the headstock there is a lock nut where your strings are locked down. Now, the idea of this system is it's designed for very heavy tremolo use because your strings tension is only moving between your top nut and your bridge saddles. So one of the real big advantages is that you can take your tension right down to nothing with these. You can also, because it's a floating bridge, you can also pull it back as well. They do have a couple of small disadvantages though. The first of those being the fact that they are very maintenance intensive, because what you'll find is when the system's tuned up and set up, most of your tuning adjustment will be done from your fine tuners back here on the bridge, but you eventually do run out of adjustment on those, so it means you've got to then unlock your top nut here and take up a bit of tension here, back it off on your fine tuners. And a little bit of a bugbear with them is when you break a string, you pretty much got to go through and reset the system again. These, I'll just show you the back of that too. They operate just on your springs there, which pull your bridge backwards and forwards there. A couple of the other tremolo systems I'll show you operate on a similar sort of spring system as well. This system, of course, was designed back in the 1970s by a gentleman named Floyd Rose. So you'll quite often hear it referred to as the Floyd Rose system. The next one I'm going to show you is a tremolo system that was originally designed by Fender back in the 1950s. Now, this is what we call a standard fulcrum tremolo system. So I'll just bring that forward just so I can show you the bridge there a little bit. Now here, you've got 6 fulcrum screws and your bridge pivots backwards and forwards on those fulcrum screws. In the back, they have the same spring system as you saw on the double locking tremolo system, but the other thing with these is they don't have the lock nut at the top nut. Now, you've got a couple of advantages with this kind of system. One is that they're very, very maintenance free. You can set them up and pretty much forget about them. So very user friendly in that respect. The other advantage is that you can, if you want to use the guitar as a fixed bridge guitar and not use tremolo, you can actually lock the bridge down to the body and just play it as a fixed bridge guitar. The third one I'm going to show you is a variation on the fulcrum tremolo system, but instead of having your 6 fulcrum screws at the front of the bridge, your whole bridge pivots on 2 posts, much like your double locking system that we saw. The only thing is this one doesn't go backwards. The other advantage with this one too, again, reasonably maintenance free, and you can of course still lock that bridge down to the body and use it as a fixed bridge guitar. And the last one I'm going to show you is what we call a tailpiece tremolo system. Now here we've got a your standard tunematic style bridge, and the tremolo unit sits right on the tailpiece here. Now this system originally was designed by a company called Bigsby back in the 50s. Again, quite nice, but one of the real big advantages with this kind of tremolo system is that it doesn't mess with your tuning or your setup too much. So you can pretty much run this guitar in any tuning and still have tremolo. The disadvantage is that you don't have quite the same tremolo range as you do with some of these other ones here, and particularly with the Floyd Rose style system. But hey, if you're playing in a rock and roll band and you don't use heavy tremolo, and even if you're running, drop D tuning, that sort of thing, it's still going to work really well for you. So I hope that's sort of cleared up a little bit of the mystery surrounding tremolo systems. So for more information on any of our products, please go to www.somusic.co.nz. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.